Okay, so this problem asks us to figure out which of the following points lies on a line. We are given that the line passes through the origin, and we are also given that the line has a slope of 1 over 7. So I've gone ahead and put the origin point here, right? And with a slope of 1 over 7, remember, slope is equal to rise over run, right? So basically, we are going to rise by 1 and run by 7 from our initial point at the origin in order to arrive at our second point. So we're going to rise by 1, that would be here, right? And then we run by 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's our second point, okay? And then we can do the same thing again to get a third point if we wanted to. But really, you don't have to do that, do you? You only need 2 points in order to graph a line. So from there, all we have to do is connect those 2 points, and that's going to give us our line, okay? Remember, you do have to put arrows on the end of the line that I've drawn, right? Because it's not a line segment, it's a line, and it goes infinitely in both directions. Okay, so now that we've drawn our line, we can go ahead and look at the 4 options for points and figure out which one of those actually lies on our line. So 0, 7. Okay, well, that's this point right here, right? So does that point lie on the line that we've drawn? Clearly it doesn't, right? Here's the second point, 1, 7. Does that point lie on our line? Clearly it does not. The third point is 7, 7. Does that one lie on the line? No, clearly it's far above the line. And spoiler alert, the last point is going to work, right? And so let's test that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and up to. That point does lie on our line. Okay, so now what if you didn't want to graph this? Is there another way to do it? There is. So all we would have to do in order to solve this algebraically is write the y equals mx plus b form of the equation with the information given, and then plug those points in one by one to figure out which one works. So to write the mx plus b form of this equation, we need to know what m is and what b is. That's both of those things are given to us, right? M is the slope. They give us that that's 1/7. And B is the y-intercept. That means, like, at what value does our line cross the y-axis? Well, we know it's 0, right? So our y-intercept is 0. So our equation is y equals 1 over 7x plus 0, or just simply y equals 1 over 7x. So if we want to look at those points and figure out which one lies on our line, let's start with the first one. 0, 7, x, y, right? So 7 equals 1 over 7 times 0. 7 equals 1/7 times 0 is 0. Does that ring true for you guys? It does not for me. So that is not the right answer. We can go ahead and eliminate that first option. So I'm not going to bore you guys by going through B and C, but let's just try what we know is the right answer, which is 14/2, and see what happens. Okay? So y equals mx plus b, so y equals 1 over 7x, right? That's what we figured out our equation was. And we're going to use 14/2 and substitute that in for x and that in for y and see what we get. It should work, right? So 2 equals 1 over 7 times 14. Oops. 2 equals, okay, so what is 1 over 7 times 14? Well, we just multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, we get 14 over 7. 2 equals, what's 14 divided by 7? That's 2. 2 equals 2. So that is a true statement, which means that that is the point that lies on our line.